Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and Mike Johnson just dropped a bombshell on the Democrats they are not going to like. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, please check that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica. And when you get there, please hit subscribe absolutely free. It really helps us out. Mike Johnson spoke to Maria Bartiromo and he guaranteed something. See, he talked about a massive piece of legislation that Trump wants. And he believes he's going to get passed in the House of Representatives, which will then easily get passed in the Senate. And then, of course, Trump will sign it. And it includes pretty much everything Trump wants. We're talking about border walls and protection. We're talking about everything. Talking about money for all kinds of mass deportation, the whole kit and the caboodle, in fact. Not just the kit, not just the caboodle, but the kit and the caboodle. And Johnson says it'll get done before Memorial Day. Now, I want you to check this video. Not much more for me to say. I want you to watch what he says to Maria Bartiromo and her shocked reaction. Watch this video and let me know what you think in the comments.
For when President Trump takes office on January 20th. We have a lot to do and a short amount of time to do it in.
So if you are doing everything or most of the priorities in one big, beautiful bill, as you say, that includes what? Walk us through what that would include.
Well, it'll have a lot of pieces. We made a lot of campaign promises. President Trump did as well. And reconciliation is the way to get it done. Why? Because you avoid a 60-vote threshold in the Senate. So reconciling the budget, which we will pass in early February, is how we'll get all of our committees involved, committees of jurisdiction on all these big issues. What are they? Well, obviously, we have to secure the border. We've got to make sure that our Border Patrol agents and our immigration enforcement agencies have the right directives from the White House, but also the right resources to do their job and secure that border once and for all. We've got to take care of the dangerous illegal criminals who have come over, and all that's part of it as well. And we've got to shift immediately to the economy. Maria, you talk about every day. We've got to revive the U.S. economy, and we can. We know how to do it. Part of that is preventing the largest tax increase in U.S. history, which would happen automatically at the end of next year if we don't get our ducks in a row. So we're going to make sure that happens. We're going to incentivize American companies to manufacture in the U.S. again. And we're going to make sure that the regulatory burden and the red tape that has smothered our free market is reduced and eliminated. And we're going to be dismantling the deep state all along the way. We're going to restore American energy dominance. So many different pieces to this, Maria. They all have to work together. And, of course, the president has asked us and really needs us to address the debt limit crisis before that hits in June. So a lot of moving pieces, a lot of things to negotiate, a lot of opinions on all that. So we'll be working long, long hours with whiteboards, making sure every Republican is on board. Because, remember, I'll be dealing with the smallest margin in U.S. history for much of the first 100 days. But we're going to get it done.
I understand that. So are you expecting to raise or eliminate the debt ceiling as part of that big bill?
I think we're going to have to do it in that bill. And the reason for that, Maria, is that we won't have to negotiate with Chuck Schumer and the Democrats on that. If you do it in reconciliation, you can do it just with the Republican Party. So we'll have very thoughtful discussion and debate about where that limit should go. But here's the important thing everybody needs to remember. We're the team that wants to cut spending, and we will. And we will do it dramatically. All the wasteful spending in government. DOGE will be doing its effort in coordination with all this. But you have to raise the debt limit on paper so that we don't frighten the bond markets and the world's economy. You know how that works. It's about the stability of our economy. But we don't intend to spend to that limit, as President Trump will clarify all the time. We're going to raise the ceiling, but we are going to be cutting all along the way. So we can do both of those things simultaneously.
So, Mr. Speaker, if you are able to do everything in one package, including border security, deportations, extending the tax cuts, and energy permitting, what's a realistic timeline on that? Would you have that on the president's desk by May?
Certainly by May, yes. In fact, we're targeting a vote in the House maybe in the first week of April. Now, everything's got to move in the right sequence, and along the way, I think we're going to keep those trains moving in the right direction and on time. And if that happens, we'll get it out of the House in early April, maybe as soon as April 3rd, and then move it over to the Senate. That would put that bill on the president's desk for signature by the end of April. That would be fantastic.
So you're talking about the first 100 days?
In a worst-case scenario, Memorial Day.
You're talking
about the first... That's the whole idea.
Yeah, and the worst case,
Yeah.
you say, will be Memorial Day.
That's right. That's right.
You know, I guess there's a fear.
And we'll do it as quickly as possible.